Choose your quest.
Really? But I'm in my...
Choose your quest. Pick up that D8 and roll it now.
Okay.
The quests in question.
Okay.
8. Who would you rather?
Does that work? Can I, take my surveys now?
Now, choose your companion.
I get a companion.
Yes. Roll a D10.
That one.
What number is that? I can't
That's
see
a
it.
4. I can't make it look very good.
4. Tater Tot. Who would you rather with Tater Tot?
Okay. That's gonna be fun.
Onward to the video!
What?
Cat, you're trying to tell it not to,
You were not selected to be part of this video. Go away. Hi there, fans of random chaos. I don't know what to call you guys now anymore. Welcome back to another episode of Frybox64 Productions. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Frybox64. Technically, he's not supposed to be here, but this is...
Hi.
some guy named Joe.
Yup.
And I'm Tater Tot! Do you remember Tater Tot from our We Built a House for Tater Tot video? Hi everybody! It's me! My house fell down. Yeah, your house did fall down because it was made of gingerbread. But Tater Tot is back for our Who Would You Rather episode today because we rolled Tater Tot on the list of companions, and I know that we did not roll some guy named Joe. But for this particular episode, we kind of need him. So, y'all remember when I did the, he is needed.
You feel so special.
He is very, very special. He laughs.
Yep.
Yeah, he's mostly the tech guy, but he's still special. So remember back when I did that, what's in your future video, and then the 3-part series with Gunter, where we came up with scenarios and who would you do them with? Well, this is kind of similar to that, but a little bit different. So Joe and I came up with this thing we call Who Would You Rather, and basically it started out with me pulling random date sticks. I have about 100 little date sticks with different suggestions for what you can do on a date with your significant other. And we came up with 6 categories of types of people that you could do those things with. You roll a d6, you pull a date stick out, and then whichever category you land on, you pick a person from that category that you would do that thing in with. And if you know what you would do, if a scenario comes to mind, you can elaborate on what you would do with that person. So, kind of similar, kind of different. There's no big bang up finish at the end, like this is what your future is going to be. It's more of a speculative, like, who would you rather do this thing with kind of thing. So, to kind of start us off, I'm going to read off the different categories we have here. We have 15 things that we're going to be, 15 scenarios that we're going to be reading off here. And we have our 6 categories. I'm going to put them probably over that way or here or wherever I find the room. Category number 1 is historical figures. Number 2, because we have our lovely little guest star of Tater Tot here, I have famous dogs. Category number 3, anime/video game characters. Category number 4, celebrities with pets. Number 5, mythological/fantasy creatures. Everything is fair game, from Bigfoot to monsters out of the various monster manuals for D&D. And number 6, famous cats. And we are going with that particular theme of animals and celebrities with animals because of our lovely little Tater Tot, who we rolled to be our little guest star with us today. So, and how we came upon those categories of people, one of us, we One of us picked odds, the other picked even, and we just went through and each of us picked 3 categories that we could choose from for this.
This is gonna get weird.
This is gonna get really weird. So, here we go. Joe doesn't know the scenarios that we have planned for him today, so
You, I plan no way, it's you.
I picked things.
Alright, so we'll start off. So I separated the scenarios into 3 categories. Category number 1, date. Okay, so scenario number 1. This should help.
Too bad.
My boobs.
Cut!
Who would you play glow-in-the-dark frisbee with? Has to be a historical figure on a 1. Does this person have to be dead? Oh, and I should say now, kind of late with the rule, but you can use Google for this if you need to.
Do we still get a mulligan on a reroll if we need to?
If you roll the same category 3 times in a row, you can choose to re-roll that 3rd roll into a different category. Because there's only so many times you can do like anime video game characters or famous cats before you just start running out of ideas right off the bat.
You know what? I think Isaac Newton would be a fun one because he always played with gravity and things like that. And frisbees screw with physics a little bit. And trying to, one of the original physics people discovering gravity, stuff like that. You know, I think that'd be interesting.
Alright, I got 2 famous dogs. You know what? I would do Lassie. I would do Lassie just because I think she would think it's just so heckin' cool that there's a glow-in-the-dark frisbee being thrown for her. She spent so much time alerting people that little Timmy fell in the well, that Lassie needs a break. Lassie needs to take care of herself. She needs to run after that glow-in-the-dark frisbee, be free little puppy. No!
This is my video.
Oh, she's laid
Here's
down.
a D6. Do you want to bat it?
Next one. This one is an actual blind date. Your partner is guiding you blindfolded through the entire date. 6. Famous cat.
Smoke deeply of the green we have.
Oh, silence. There's small ears.
I would trust Bagheera from...
Uncle Book?
There we go!
Bagheera.
Trustworthy.
He'd be like, I will guide you through this date.
Yeah, it's like that'd be a trustworthy cat. Seems like a trustworthy cat.
Big cat, too.
Well, who's gonna screw with a person hanging around with a panther in the middle of the freaking town?
I got 2 again. Famous dogs again. I'll go animated this time. Scooby-Doo.
You're gonna get a lot of food.
I'm gonna get a lot of food. We're not gonna leave the restaurant. That's the big thing. It's gonna turn into
Buffet. You're gonna go buffet. Be like,
It's gonna turn into Scooby-Doo, like putting these plates of food in front of me, and I have to guess like what these foods are, and then at the end just see how many plates I've knocked out. Date scenario number 3, dinner cruise. We're going on a dinner cruise with this.
5.
With a mythological or fantastical creature.
You know, the non-face eaty murderous mermaid. The more Disney-esque mermaids.
More Disney-esque mermaids.
Yeah, the ones that don't drag you to your death and murder you. I don't.
Like the kinds that you have in your coloring books back there.
Well, you got an arc on me.
My bad habit is snoring on the couch, and my guilty pleasure is adult coloring books with mermaids.
Excuse me. Ow.
Well, there is one
Excuse me?
panther in there.
Excuse me.
And got 3! Yay! Anime/video game characters. Yukimura Sanada from Samurai Warriors, that series. I feel like he would be very like naively oblivious to the fact that it was a date, and he would just be like commenting on like war and the state of Japan. Alright, scenario number 4. This is going to a charity fundraiser event together. It's like a trivia night, or like when we went to with that comedy show with a famous dog. You're going with a famous dog.
Is it benefiting anything specific?
Local animal shelter. Local animal shelter.
It's benefiting a local animal shelter.
Feed the dogs. Feed the puppies.
Oh, for the dogs? You know what? We'll take Clifford the big red dog because
Yes.
we'll put a sign on it that says please donate. It'll be seen from 30 feet in the air and it will stand out like a sore thumb.
Yes.
There.
I got 6 famous cats. You know what? I'm gonna bring Top Cat. really old cartoon from back when my parents were kids. I got to watch it because I got to watch my parents' cartoon.
Isn't that a Hanna-Barbera?
It's a Hanna-Barbera thing, yeah. Because he's kind of a slick talker. He could probably like convince people to donate like more money than they would have if they just came and were like, I'm just gonna put $1 in the pot here. Oh no, you want to donate 50? Okay, I'll donate 50. Yeah. Between you and Clifford and me and Top Cat, we could get so much money for the animal shelters. Next one is the last one in the date section. Attempt couples yoga with a mythological or fantasy creature.
You know, elves are flexible. I'm gonna choose something quite easy on myself.
You're gonna choose an elf.
Yeah.
Now the question is D&D elf or like Grimm's fairy tale level elf?
No, Dungeons and Dragons style elf.
Oh, D&D style elf. Okay.
Fantasy, not mythological. I'd like to live, thank you.
And we're going to hoist you into the air.
I don't want the mythological ones because I'd like to be seen the next day and live, thank you.
And I'm going to attempt couples yoga with an anime or video game, anime/video game character. Kiana from Honey Pop. Because she's in that anime style, that anime manga style, and she's the most fit and active one out of all of the girls in Honey Pop. I feel like if we were gonna do couples yoga, we could pull it off. Or she could carry my weight long enough to make me look good. So our next 5 in this lovely episode are bucket list themed. First up, we have swimming with dolphins.
Oh my god, this is actually, what's the name of it?
Me.
Nope.
I always swim with the dolphins. Are the dolphins nice?
They might use you as a ball, honestly.
I know.
Because this is an easy one, and I'm showing that I'm a 90s kid right here. Zeus from Zeus, the movie Zeus and Roxanne. I had to find the name of the movie.
Zeus from the movie Zeus and Roxanne.
It's literally about a dog that gets like a friendship formed with dolphins.
Aww, I never actually saw that one.
It is a good movie. It's like one of those really touching, heartfelt movies. It's like one of them really family-oriented 90s movies, like in the category of like Free Willy and Flipper, and it's in that
I know
category.
Free Willy, I know Flipper, I don't know Zeus and Roxanne. That's the only one I don't know. Okay, yeah, so that kind of fits.
Like if you say Labradoodle, you kind of could think it. It's
so
just
kind of like Benji. I got another anime video game character. One more, and I get to re-roll. It's the Final Fantasy world from Kingdom Hearts 2. It was like a brown-haired guy, because I don't think Cloud popped up. I remember Sid.
Sid's fun one.
Oh no, that guy. Who was that guy?
Squall, baby.
Squall. Leon. They called him Leon. Squall Leonhard.
Yeah, he was from Final Fantasy VIII.
That, yes, he showed up on one of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I had never played Final Fantasy before, and I was like, who is this stud muffin? And of course I was a high schooler at the time, so stud muffin was entirely something that was used, but yes, I would take Leon with me to swim with the dolphins.
What if he had a signature weapon in there?
Things got pretty intense, and I feel like he would need it as a way to de-stress.
He actually had the gun blade in there too.
Okay, for this scenario, this person is teaching you a new language. Another famous dog. One more famous dog and you get to re-roll.
I'm screwed. I think this would be funny because this breed would be specifically notoriously known for being very, very, very talkative. Now, I know this dog is a half-breed dog. Is that allowed?
That's allowed. Yeah.
I'd like to do Balto, please.
Balto!
Everybody knows Huskies never shut up and are crackhead. We're like,
I was wondering
like,
when
that's
Balto...
fascinating. I'm like, tell me more.
I was wondering when Balto was gonna pop up.
I was like, yeah, you need a Husky. That's the dog. They're talkative.
Yes,
in a strange,
absolutely.
sort of obnoxious way.
I mean, he's a canine. He works. Let's see. So this person is teaching me a new language, and I get a mythological / fantasy creature. I know exactly what I'm gonna have do. Fire elemental. So I can learn Ignin, and instead of at the D&D table just going. Just like a random fire noise here. I will learn how to actually speak fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frybox 64, the Flame Whisperer. Crackle, crackle, pop, pop.
I think you spit at me.
I'm sorry, Tater Tot.
Flame Whisperer right here.
What you put on your resume? What languages can you speak? English, Spanish, Ignan, evening. Whoosh. I go back to the restaurant industry. You see me standing over a stove, like sauteing something. Just like a little flame creature just pops out from like the stove and just like whoosh, 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 whoosh.
And that's how she got committed, because she was talking to the fire on the stove. And all of her coworkers are like, she needs to go.
Going a complete 180 from fire to our next scenario. Our next bucket list scenario is sleeping in an ice hotel with a historical figure.
Ooh, I actually know the person. I have to find their name, though.
Who would you go to an ice hotel with, Tater Tot?
Does it have to be a hysterical figure?
Yeah.
The ghost that used to live in my house.
The ghost that used to live in your house?
Yeah, the one on the roof. On the gingerbread roof.
Oh yeah, on the gingerbread roof. Yeah. You would go to that ice hotel with that ghost?
Uh-huh.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
He was really nice when I got to know him.
Yeah, I bet he was a very nice guy.
Alfred Millows.
Alfred Millows?
Yes, Alfred Millows. He basically invented refrigeration and freezer technology in 1915. I was just like, I know the guy because because the invention of flash freezing and stuff like that, because they were trying to help preserve vegetables and stuff like that back in that era better.
I remember that whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, and the refrigerators were born out of freezer technology. Like, I have to go back. I was like, I know the person I'm looking for, because they revolutionized food preservation basically in a tremendous, world-renowned fashion. Things didn't go bad in 2 to 3 days, and they basically, honestly, with a world population as big as we have it today, it would not work without refrigeration and freezing technology. So yeah, I was like, what was the bastard who made the first electrical one? Ah, there he is. I was like, I know it was in the early 1920s, apparently it was 1915. Yes, I'd like, yeah, we turned your technology and now we make houses out of ice now because we can.
And I get to take a celebrity who owns a pet to sleep at an ice hotel. I'm assuming they're bringing their pets with them. The first one that came to mind was, I believe Paris Hilton has or had chihuahuas, I think.
You taking the Ice Queen to an ice hotel?
Yep.
Those chihuahuas are gonna freeze.
They are. They're gonna show up in like their little micro parkas with the hoods all like whoop, so all you can see is the little snoot. So our next scenario is we're driving all of Route 66 and hitting all the tourist traps along the way. And you're doing that with an anime/video game character.
You know what? Oh god, now I can't think of her name.
Which one?
The outer space one that's freaky deaky.
Celeste?
There we go. I'd be like, let's tour Earth. Let me have you tour Earth. There we go.
Yes, there we go.
Fine.
Celeste.
So I can't have Pam. I think that one would be good.
And I get another celebrity with a pet. Yep, Jennifer Aniston and her dog Clyde. I will take Jennifer Aniston and her dog Clyde on a Route 66 drive, and we're gonna hit all the tourist trap spots, and it's gonna be all over Instagram, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a road trip. It's gonna be a girls' road trip, but it's also gonna be a road trip with the dog, and I'll bring Tater Tot, and she'll be like, "You brought your dog?" I'll be like, "Yes, I brought Tater Tot." All right, and then our last bucket list scenario. Castle hop in Ireland. Basically tour all of the castles in Ireland. You get to do it with a famous cat.
Because I think they would find it absolutely interesting as well. I think the Cheshire Cat.
The Cheshire Cat, okay.
I think they get a kick out of castles.
Be like, all right, Cheshire Cat, and this is, where'd you go? Just like the moon face appearing like in the upper rafters of like one of the castles. Like, oh my gosh.
You're like, that seems legitimate. It's really cold up there though. Find some secret passages. You can find them. Turn into smoke or some shit. Find the holes in the wall.
Some go this way and some go that way. But as for me, myself personally, I prefer the short.
Yep.
Why do I remember so many lines from these things? I also got a famous cat. I know what I would do. I would take Duchess and Thomas O'Malley from the Aristocats, and that would be their honeymoon.
Almost thought about that. But
I would take them, and I would be like, all right. It would be a whole like second movie. It could be a sequel to Aristocats. It would just be me being like,
already?
No.
Oh.
It would just be me with Duchess and Thomas O'Malley and be like, all right, kittens. Be like, we would leave the kittens like Thomas O'Malley's band in charge of the kittens. And it would be like, all right, you guys got this, right? And they'd be like, oh yeah, we got this. And then the movie would just be constantly cutting back and forth between like me and Duchess and Thomas having this like lovely little tour of the castles in Ireland, and then just chaos back home with the kittens.
Yeah, let's leave a bunch of kids with groupies from a band. What could go wrong?
Catnip everywhere.
Yeah.
Y'all ever had a hit of catnip? Y'all gonna learn today.
Wow.
And then by the time we get back at the end of the movie, like everything is perfectly fine. The kittens are like perfectly like dressed in their little bows, waiting for mom and stepdad to come back. And it's like, we're back. Did you guys behave? Did you miss us? Oh yeah. And then like what you don't see off camera is just like the house just in a shambles.
Nightmares.
Yeah. Alright, and our last 5, they are
Doggo things! Doggo things! Doggo things! Doggo things!
yes, Tater Tot. They are doggle things. So things that you could easily do with your pet dog. And we're starting off the list with getting a pup cup at the local coffee shop. Or just taking shots of whipped cream. With a historical figure.
I should look at a
You
list.
can cop out and say Jesus if you want to. He's technically a historical figure.
He didn't have a dog.
They don't have to have
I
a dog.
don't know why. I'm gonna take Jesus to Starbucks.
I mean, you could just take him to Starbucks.
I tried to type Jesus in my phone, cricket to fajitas. Thank you, phone. I don't think we're not going to Taco Bell, we're going to Starbucks here. Damn it. I shouldn't say that now. We're talking about Jesus and all of a sudden I say that. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go. If you don't see me before the next video, I've been lit on fire and been sentenced to eternal damnation. That's a tough call. What do you think,
Maybe Audrey Hepburn might enjoy that a little bit better.
Oh, yes.
It might be a little lowbrow for the Queen Victoria.
She'd be like, I used to own this country. we used to own this country.
Now Audrey Hepburn, she sounds like a good one.
Classic old school movies, truly. She was big into humanitarian things, too. Aeroplane.
Airplane. Hear a crash in a second, we know what happened. Ooh, mythological slash fantasy creatures. I would, oh gosh, I gotta think about mythological fantasy dog. Cerberus! I would take Cerberus to the local coffee shop and be like, so this is a very, very good boy, and this is a very, very good boy, and this is a kinda good boy who was nomming on my shoes this morning. But all 3 of them are good enough to have pup cups today. And the person would just look up and be like, ooh, the shot of whipped cream isn't good. Yeah, just go ahead and fill up a venti for me real quick. Give me the entire can, I'll wait. 3, I need 3, 1 for each head.
Buckets, please.
And they would be so happy. They'd be like, oh, the whipped cream is so good. I'd be like, yes, it's so good.
Drool everywhere.
Drool everywhere times 3, and they would be so happy. And they wouldn't be the mean little guard dog anymore. They would be so happy because they have sugar in their system.
And that's why they're going to sleep later, because they're going to have a sugar crash.
Alright, so doggle things that you can do with a doggle. Number 2. Try an agility / obstacle course. Now, if you just have a human, it means that you just do an obstacle course on your own. But if you have a dog, if you get a dog or an animal, it means that you put them through the and you got a famous dog. You're training them on an obstacle course or running them through an obstacle course.
Scooby's kind of crackheaded and giant. We're gonna have to go with Scrappy Doo because he's full of pep and would be fine at it.
He would do great.
Yep.
Just on his sheer positive outlook alone.
Yep, I need something that's basically running on like pure caffeine 100% of the day. Yep. That's an easy one.
Just watch him like run through the tunnel, watch him like flip over the bars, just like, yes. Oh my gosh, I can see him doing that. And I got famous dogs too, so... Oh! Rin Tin Tin! Rin Tin Tin would be good. He would be trained for that sort of thing. Just like start him off, oh yeah, he could run it, no problem. No problem. That was pretty easy actually.
Yeah.
Alright, dog scenario 3. Play in the sprinkler/leaves/snow. Whichever you think they would like best. And you got another historical figure.
I keep rolling historical figures.
If you want to go with Queen Victoria.
I'm actually going to pull my mulligan on this one finally.
Yeah.
Since I didn't get a chance to really use that.
Yeah, go ahead. You can use it. Famous cats.
Because I think it would definitely have to be playing in snow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd want to choose, honestly, I could pick just about any cat from Lion King. They in like Central Africa, they ain't never seen snow.
Never seen
They don't know what it is, they don't know what so you'd be like, here you go, have some snow.
And he's
What
sort
the
of
hell is
Lion
this?
from
You'd
the
be like,
Lion
here,
King. Yes.
just jump into it, it's harmless, I swear. It's cold, it's fine.
Any sort of lion from the Lion King.
Yeah, pick one, doesn't matter. Even Scar, that might make him smile.
That might make him smile a little bit deep down in his cold, hard heart.
Or he might really enjoy it because of his cold heart, I don't know.
Right.
Let's put Scar in the snow.
I got mythological/fantasy creature again. And I'm gonna say if we're playing in the sprinkler/leaves/snow.
You have so many choices.
I would do pixies!
Oh god.
I would be like, alright guys, I would get like a whole colony of pixies together. I'd be like, alright guys, it's time for the summer party. I'm gonna show you something really, really cool. I'm gonna make it rain in the middle of the day. And they're gonna be like, oh, are you magic? And I'll be like, kind of. And then I turn on the sprinkler and be like, ha-ha! And like the sprinkler system just goes off like, yeah! And then we would like play in the sprinkler system. And they would think it's so cool.
Are you magic? Kind of.
Alright, our second to last scenario of the night is Puppy Party! With a famous dog! A literal puppy party!
We're running out of famous dogs.
There's the Dalmatians from 101 Dalmatians.
Honestly, that is a genius idea, yeah. What is it? Purdy and...
Pongo!
there we go.
Pongo
I'm
and
like,
Purdy.
yeah, I'll take both of them
I'll
with.
take both of them.
They'll know what to do.
We'll have a puppy party with Pongo and Purdy.
Okay, we're gonna have 100 puppies here. What do we got? Again? Another one.
Again? No, these are not Dalmatians. These are all their other friends. It's the 101 Dalmatian Puppy Party, thrown by Pongo and Purdy. Get your passes now. And then I got another mythological/fantasy creature. One more and I'm mulliganing. Got a historical figure.
Oh, for God's sakes. For the sake of trying it, being able to document it.
So you and Einstein are trying gourmet puppy food together. And I also get a historical figure. The father of classical French cuisine. I should know this.
Yeah, I haven't had to use that name for a long time.
Starts with an R. Pretty sure. Had this drilled into my head in community college, and now I can't remember it to save my life.
Hey, you're close. Escoffier.
Escoffier, there we go.
I was just like,
There was an R in that name. There was an R at the very end of the name. But yeah,
he
I
updated
would...
traditional French cooking methods, died
Yes.
he was born in 1846.
Yes, he was the one who like did the whole like traditional French.
Auguste Escoffier.
Auguste Escoffier. He did the whole like traditional French like.
He revolutionized it, brought it out of the Dark
Yeah.
Ages, and then set the bar really high for every other country to feel ashamed
So
of.
since we're trying gourmet puppy food together, I
would
think
have been
better be him.
He would have been theoretically the closest equivalent, but
I would put it in
I
front
would
of him and
make
not
them
tell him what it was, and then like after he tries everything, just be like, so we just had puppy food.
just tell him it's pate. from a foreign country.
Be like, we just had puppy food. And he's gonna be like, are you kidding me? And I'm gonna be like, yeah. And he's gonna be like, you people actually hold your animals in such high esteem that you feed them this. And I'd be like, yes. Because
If you ever want to do that as an actual video, I am totally down for being a guinea pig, just saying.
I will add that to the list
I will
of
go.
videos.
You can sacrifice me. I'll go to the store and make purchases.
And then
Hey,
because-
3 shots of hot sauce, sure.
And then because it's the very last one, I would also have little Tater Tot try gourmet puppy food together with me too.
Really?
Yes, really. And you would have your own little bowl and you would try your own little gourmet puppy food.
That makes me so happy.
Alright, so just to kind of run through it all again, just a real quick recap. Playing glow-in-the-dark frisbee, we had Isaac Newton and Lassie. The blind date, you had Bagheera and I had Scooby-Doo. Dinner cruise was Non-Eat Your Face Off Mermaid and Yukimura Sanada for me. Charity fundraiser event was Clifford the Big Red Dog for you and Top Cat for me. Couples yoga, attempting couples yoga was a D&D fantasy elf for Joe and Kiana from Honey Pop for me. Swimming with dolphins was Zeus for you and Leon from Final Fantasy for me. This person teaches you a new language. You had a dog. You had Balto. And I had a fire elemental with Ignan. Sleeping in an ice hotel. You had the inventor of refrigeration, Alfred
Mellows. Something like that. Mellow?
Something with an M. And I had Paris Hilton with her chihuahuas. Driving Route 66 and hitting all the tourist traps. You had Celeste from Honey Pop, and I had Jennifer Aniston and Clyde. Castle hopping in Ireland, you had the Cheshire Cat, and I had the Aristocats, namely Duchess and Thomas O'Malley. Getting a pub cup at a local coffee shop, you were going to take Audrey Hepburn and her dogs, and I was going to take Cerberus. Trying an agility / obstacle course, you were going to have Scrappy Doo, and I was going to have Rin Tin Tin. Playing in the sprinkler / leaves / snow, you had all of the lions from The Lion King, and I playing in the snow, and I had a community of pixies playing in the sprinkler.
We just took the whole. I took the whole pride. You took the whole clan.
Yes, we were like, okay, you take the pride, I'll take the clan. We'll meet back up here in autumn, and we'll tell each other how it went.
Would it perhaps be a brood, maybe, or a swarm? How do pixies
No,
classify?
I feel like it would be a commune, maybe.
I wonder how they.
I don't know.
Because like, that means they're more familial, but they're really kind of are born out of plants.
I think it depends on who you
The-
get your source
The
from.
mythologies on them are really weird sometimes.
Puppy party! You get the 101 Dalmatians, the Pongo and Purdy, and a hellhound, converting it to the party by giving it a puppy party. And then trying gourmet puppy food together, we had Albert Einstein with Joe, and Auguste Escoffier with me.
Man, that last one, I wanted to make a
And
terrible
Tater
joke.
Tot.
And Tater Tot. If you want to see us do this again, let me know. We can do specific themes, we can do specific categories. This is just a fun little game that we put together to kind of just like talk about fun scenarios and try to like learn a little bit more about what we would do in these situations. And it's actually really fun. It's a really fun thing to do if you are just getting to know somebody and kind of let you know who this person is. So, yeah. And thank you to our lovely little guest star, Tater Tot, for giving us this lovely dog-themed video.
Thank you, everybody. I will go home now. Have a good night.
Have a good night, day, whenever you're watching this. If you like what you saw here today, feel free to hit like and subscribe. Share us around with your friends and family. I guarantee you probably know somebody who'd be into this sort of thing. It's not 100% necessary, but it does help out the channel. Liquid Death, please sponsor some guy named Joe so we can set him up with his own YouTube channel. And we will see you guys.
Why out?
And we will see you guys next time for some more randomly rolled chaos. Bye, everybody. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.